learned from the best, I confess. The streets was never my passion, gave it my best, I went after what I wanted, you know you can't second guess this shit. I'm everywhere, but I still remain a perfectionist. The odds been against me, can't go no harder than less than this. I'm independent shit, I will not slide for no less than an M. I came a long way from lacing my kicks up on the bench. Now I'm more focused on throwing tents up on the bench. I got bitches taking my temps off, I'm breaking their friends off. Fucking business is 6-star show. When you're on the 6th floor, I pop out, driver open my bench door, get involved with these bitches.
Alright, so first side just finished. Pretty strong actually. I think it's like 7 tracks. The beats are insane. The beats are really strong. I would say the production is like an 8.5, 9 out of 10 right now. The first couple of songs I was like, this dude doesn't really talk about much, but then he kind of started talking a little bit about, I think his sister passed. He had a whole song dedicated to that, and then the next song he was talking about like how he doesn't have anybody really to talk to now that his sister passed and his grandma passed. So that was kind of dope. Some, you know, I like when people be talking about some real ish, because like the first couple songs he was just talking about like, I don't know, boring stuff and like jewelry and money and like who gives a F unless you're like saying it hard, you know. It's like kind of lame. And it's also interesting because I don't think I heard him talking about like selling drugs or anything, but he does talk a lot about how like he's got money. And like here's a good example. One of his money bars that I really liked in the first side was it feels good to get consistent money now, or something like that. That's something that's like that's real. That's like real spit, you know? Talking about like, oh, he's got another song on I think it's like a Martyr's Prayer or Martyr's Reward or something like that. I feel like Martyr's Reward is like a Ka album, but like I think it's called Martyr's Prayer, and I want to say it's like 38 special. I really don't remember. It might not even be this project, but there's some project where he was talking about like I'm making, I think it's like $960,000 a year, but like I did the math about it, and it was something like, I don't know, he was saying something like I'm about to make $1 million in a year or whatever, and it was like, it was whatever, but I like when he says some real ish. So it kind of got stronger towards the middle of that side. Really good. I'm really pleased with this record. It's like a perfect record to have a record of, you know, because it's like the beats are really strong, really like lush, really right up my alley, to be honest with you. And the rapping is like, at worst it's serviceable, and I bet he's talking about some real stuff. His flow is dope. His flow is cool, rather. His voice is cool. I don't really know too much about ElCamino lore, other than people don't like him because he be scamming people on the records, which then I'm like, is that all the money that you're talking about is scamming people? But I don't know too much about him. I guess he's from Buffalo. He talked a lot. He mentioned like at least 3 times about Grammys, about being Grammy nominated. One time it was in the context of like, I'm part of Griselda, so like I don't know if he's talking about, he's like being like, yeah, Griselda, we getting the Grammys, or if he actually got nominated for a Grammy for something. Maybe he wrote on something, I don't really know. But yeah, first side was dope. Second side so far, pretty good. This one is fire. This one is dumb. What is this song called? This song is dumb, bro. Let me see. I got to know, because it's just too heat. What is this song called, dude? This came right after he said something like, what the frick did he say? We was just talking about the music, I don't even know, dog. James Brown. It might be called James Brown, because I think it's the 3rd song on this. There's another joint on this called Lauren Would Love This. Lauren Hill spelling. So, dang, dude, this album is crazy good. This album is really good. I think this is the last track, maybe penultimate track. I don't know, brother. I don't know what I was talking about, because he is talking on this joint. He is talking, and this is my kind of talk too. Family talk, that's like my whole bag, bro. Family talk, he be talking, bro. It sounds like, so on that song that I was talking about, that he was talking about losing his sister, I kind of was thinking it was like a younger brother most of the time, and then at the end I was like, oh, okay, I kind of mentioned sister, so then I was like, oh, it's his sister. But then on this side he's talking about he lost his brother first, and then he lost his sister. Crazy. And on earlier on the record, I think on side 1, side 8, he was talking about I don't know, I do everything for my moms. Like, I do this all for my moms. So that's hard, bro. That's respectable stuff. So I don't really know what's going on with, like, I don't know why you scamming, dog, but I get why you have fans, because this stuff is tough. And he's singing a lot on this second side. There was one song on side A where I was like, there was somebody singing. I was like, oh, is that him? I don't know who was singing, but I've only heard 2 other projects by him, and that's Martyr's Reward. Bro, the Martyr's, whatever it is, I think it's either Martyr's Prayer or Martyr's Reward. And I'm pretty sure it's Prayer, and it's with 38 Special on the beats. Really good project. And they spit on Jesus. Those are the only 2 projects I've heard, and I don't think he's singing on either of them, but he's singing a lot on this. And the songs are good. This side it's really kind of like side A, a lot of rapping. Side B, kind of a bit of both, actually. But there were like 3 songs that were like kind of dedicated, like this, kind of dedicated singing. Fire. Really good project. At this point, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. It's like easily a 7. Easily a 7 out of 10. Somewhere between a 7.5 and an 8 probably. And I don't know, these beats are really fire. I would say the production on side A was a little bit stronger. Those beats were nasty. Beats on side B, still more or less fantastic. This is pretty cool. He kind of hasn't had any like trap style joints, so for this to be a little bit trappy sounding, I mean, let's see how it goes, but yeah, I like this. Yeah, this project is super fire, super strong. This is really nice because it's kind of like 1 of 1 on the track list, but otherwise I might not care for it so much. But he's flowing on this. I would say his flow is like one of his, I don't remember, what does it talk about? The album is fire. I'm pretty impressed with this. This is probably my favorite ElCamino project thus far. Yeah. And he's not rapping about hitting nobody's hoes, not once on this project, so this is a very different song. I guess this is the outro. It actually doesn't really fit. It's not like thematically, but it's hard, I guess. Good song, great album, really good album. You should check this out. If you ain't heard this album, you should check this out. I'm really pleased to have gotten this on wax. Yeah. ElCamino, what's this called? Let There Be Light or something like that. I don't even know. Fire though. It's with this. I'll show it one more time. Yeah, Let There Be Light. The only thing that I'm not a big fan of with the Near Mint records is the kind of like the paper thin, kind of cardboard-ish type of records. They're not really like the, I don't even know what to call it. If y'all know what to call it, let me know. But yeah, album's fire. Is it very uncomfortable to be all up in my freaking grill like this? It might be, honestly. I don't remember. I haven't watched the video in like a couple hours, so I don't remember. I don't really have much new to say, except that I rescind what I said about recant what I said about not really having much to say on the first couple tracks, because he's still talking. It's just not as deep as he gets in like I think this track 3, and then this beat is crazy, by the way, and this song is really crazy too. I really like it because it's like a little interlude. It's really quick. Like, I feel like he only rapping for 40 seconds and then kind of like fades out, and then it fades into the next song, and the next song is the one where he's talking about his little sister. And I think I was like, at first I thought it was about a baby. I thought he lost his kid, because he keeps talking about like mommy misses you and stuff like that. And then he started talking about, see how it's just fading out now? It's just fading out, and then it's super quick. It's like hasn't even been a minute. And then he's talking about, like, I remember you riding your first bike, and I think he said somewhere else on this record he's 26, so I'm like, I don't think he's talking about a kid, and then he's like, you like jumped into one of my fights or something like that, so that's when I was like, oh, is this a little brother? But I think it's still about his sister, and I think when he references losing his brother in a later track, he's talking about a homeboy maybe.
Badass kids, who the baby over. Yo, I lost my real one.
Fire, bro.
Was my gift from under the Christmas
This
tree.
is tough, bro.
You was my little one. You left me a little one. Me and mommy been doing.
Bruh, she has a kid too.
You left us too soon. I still look
He said he has a niece, bruh.
You know mommy miss you too. I remember the day that she brought
Nah,
you
bruh.
home. I remember
Nah, bruh. And it's because his little sister, he's 26 and he lost his little sister, bruh.
first fight. You jumped in my first fight. This shit crazy. This can't be life. Can't be life.
Just that real music, bruh. That human music. As the TDE cats used to say, human music. Yeah, bruh. Talk to him. I like this album. This album is real strong. Real strong. I think it's 2 years old, 3 years old. Either 2021 or 2022, I think. Flames.